Yeah, I think there were instances where I was doing really good work and I was given an opportunity to move to a better place, and I took that. Sometimes I think back and I realize that a tenure doing good work is also important, and uh, the quality of if we are doing quality work, then maybe we should give it more time, and because the opportunities will keep coming and there is no end to it. But then doing a quality work for a long duration of time builds a robust career. This is what I think.
Hmm, makes sense. So, for engineers who would want to step into bigger roles, what do you think they should start learning early or adapting early in their careers?
For engineers, I think it's very important to come off the typical technical shell and also explore other function roles at the starting of their careers. Like they should learn about planning, they should learn about contract management, they should learn about procurement, they should also learn about the finance and how the financing is done. What is if suppose I'm an engineer working at a project, I should try and find out where the project is being financed from, how it is being financed. Is there a debt? Is it a 1:1 debt? What is the source of funding? And if some exposure into project model, I think that will not be available to them. But if they can understand the commercial aspect of the project, that will give them a great insight into why the project is being done and what is the overall objective of the important stakeholders. Otherwise, then engineers tend to be in their silos, and it's being become they become overcritical of why management is doing things in a particular way without understanding where they're coming from and putting themselves in this. So if they work in all functional roles and try to understand the commercial aspect, they will think like an entrepreneur and they'll become entrepreneurs. So that will give me a bigger insight. Their lingo will change, their understanding, and they will come as a very mature professional, which everybody will appreciate.
So that early on in the early careers, that thirst for knowledge and thirst for exploring more than what you're doing is definitely the way forward, and putting their foot into management and trying to understand things from their perspective as well. That would definitely improve their careers. And
Yeah, always they should always be saying yes to new assignments, even if they have not done it before. I'm sure there'll be mentors who will be available to help them, and that will give more insights. That will build their professionalism from various angles, and that will help them become better professionals in their careers.
so, what do you think engineers should avoid when they want to move beyond execution roles, and how do they not pigeonhole themselves into what they're doing?
So I think it's important for them to think beyond execution and not only get siloed into what they're doing. Sometimes I see a lot of engineers. If they are into execution, they just keep moving into execution roles in various companies. They should be open to new roles as well, even if it takes them out of their comfort zone, because that is where the real growth is going to happen and make them a better industry professional.
Do you think the industry gives such opportunities to move beyond execution, or how do you think the industry is structured?
Even though traditionally it is tough because the recruitment team would see them for the expertise that they bring, but then I think there is no dearth for a person who wants to move laterally into different roles, and if they are seeking out, they'll definitely get an opportunity.
So, in your professional career, how important do you think exposure was? If you hadn't access to the projects that you worked so early on, do you think your trajectory would have looked very different from what it is right now?
Yes. So, as we say, we are always wiser in the hindsight. So, I can now connect the dots. So, I think good things happened with me. I met with good people, got to work on good projects, and that has shaped my career so far. Uh, I think important thing was also to identify opportunities and see them at the right time. So, being at the right place at the right time is very important. We can't dilute the importance of that. So even though talent and hard work will take people places, but then identifying the right opportunities and working on it becomes very important to where we want to develop and grow.
And maybe even realizing a wrong opportunity and making the right choice for the next opportunity.
Yes, so like somebody recently, very experienced, told me that if we get on a wrong train, it is prudent to immediately get down on the next station. So
Because it
then-
is easier to get back
Yeah,
to where
get
you
back
came
to where
from,
you came from.
rather than go towards the end and
Yes.
then scale back.